Question for you. I got a question. Did the list come out for the top? What was it? Media.
Yeah, complex top medium platforms.
You
Yeah.
got that available?
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick because I like the list. It's a few names that weren't on the list that should have been on the list.
Who they had number one?
Of course, Joe Budden, as they should.
Okay, Joe Budden number one. Who number two?
Complex academics.
Academic. Okay, they sound like they're in the right place. I saw a report said DJ Envy was hating on Joe Budden.
I mean, as he should.
Number one spot.
As he should. Because DJ Envy thought he was gonna be the only light-skinned nigga with a beard outside of Ebro with a voice in hip hop. See, the reason why a lot of niggas at Breakfast Club got sour grapes about Joe Budden is because because it was like this. Before Joe Budden really popped off in like 16, 17, Charlemagne had that title. Charlemagne was a provocative baldhead nigga in media.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Joe came at the same time Charlemagne had to neuter and muzzle himself. The minute Charlemagne had to do the image cleanup was right when Joe was going viral for doing the same thing Charlemagne couldn't do anymore. And
that was fucked up.
And Joe
Charlemagne could be Charlemagne right now.
But that's where the beef came at.
Mm-hmm.
The beef between them really came when Charlemagne had to lose his...
to be PC with him.
Right, when he had to get into the PC bag to preserve the Breakfast Club brand and his brand to elevate. And it's like, okay, I'm going to get higher on this ladder, but what's below me is the culture. I'm leaving the culture for corporate. Now I have to brand the culture in corporate. Joe is anti-corporate. There's nothing more cultural than that. So Joe was giving it up. Joe was going viral yelling at Yachty. He was going viral with the Migos. He was going viral with interviews that Breakfast Club wasn't getting anymore. Or Charlemagne relationships were too established for him to actually go there with these types of artists and people. And with Envy lost
factor.
Exactly, because when it came to Charlemagne and academics in like the last 4 or 5 years, what Envy was in 2013, 14, 15, 16, he has dropped because you have so many people jumping over him and the Breakfast Club in general that now his voice isn't as big as it used to be.
And Envy never went viral on his own. One time Envy went viral on his own was embarrassing himself with his wife. His wife out here just saying crazy stuff.
Yeah, in Envy, honestly, like I said, personally, the most important interview the Breakfast Club ever didn't look good on Envy or anybody on the Breakfast Club. And it really changed Envy's life. And honestly, it's probably one of the most important interviews in modern black history.
Which one?
The Dame Dash interview.
Oh, okay.
The Dame Dash interview shifted the paradigm of black thought. If you really want to know who started the entrepreneur wave, it was Dame Dash, bar none. Before Dame Dash came on there and told niggas, your boss can fire you, and no matter how much you did, you can't give your son this job at this radio station, so you don't own shit. So I don't give a fuck how big the Breakfast Club is, how much clout you got. Y'all are still workers at the end of the day. Once he drove that boy on one Breakfast Club, me and a hell of other people, tons of people, was like, you know what? I'm about to be a business owner. I'm about to be an entrepreneur. Fuck this. Because with Dame Dash was pretty much trying to tell y'all was that black people love symbolism so much, you will stand on the highest stage that the white man built or that a corporation built and look down on the rest of us as if you own it yourself. And the minute they can decide that they don't want you on that stage and they're going to put somebody else, you'll be right back in the barrel with us.
And then you want a nigga to start crying when you lose your job.
Exactly.
It's not fair. I don't want it to be fair.
Right. And what Dame Dash was saying too was like, so what? My stage isn't as big as these corporate stages, but it's still my stage, and I'm not gonna fire myself. If I can make enough money to sustain what I need to do, and maybe I don't have the whole money, maybe I don't have the whole deals, but the deals that I got can feed my family, my friends, and I have the freedom to do business how I see fit. That's success. That's power. That's black power. That's black excellence. I don't have to have the bells and whistles. I can have one bell and whistle myself. But guess what? I decide when I turn the lights on, when I turn the lights off. When I want to give my son or my daughter this CEO position, I can. Envy, you can't. Charlamagne, you can't. What he said, my son has cookies.
So that shifted a lot. And salute to Envy and Charlamagne, they just got a BET deal.
As they should. And I think, but the good thing came out of that, and this is why DJ Envy to me is a real nigga, right? And he real about it. Because instead of Envy, in the moment, Envy was going back and forth, but instead of Envy really like looking at that as a negative moment, what did Envy start doing? Start doing car shows. Start doing real estate. Yeah. Bossing up. Becoming
he always was bossing up because he was an independent DJ.
Right, he was always bossing up, but he
really bossed up.
Right, that Dame Dash interview lit a fire up under all three of them.
It was a good interview. So what did let's go to the list. Okay, who we got on the list? I want to hear the list because there's 10 people on the list. I know they probably got mad.
Oh wow, it's let me see, is it 25 people on this list? Yeah, it's 25 people. Okay. 25 is Jazzy. That's the 12-year-old little girl we see interviewing everybody.
She should not be on the list.
Yeah, she should.
Why?
She been getting a lot of our interviews.
Cause what? Well, whatever. I go ahead and little girl.
She got 372,000 subscribers on YouTube, 430,000 followers on Instagram. So she got qualifications. Second one is Neela Simone. She's been on the Breakfast Club Roundtable. She's being known as
number 24.
Yeah, she's known as Charlamagne's protege and emerging media talent. She's Charlamagne's protege.
And should not be on the list.
65.4 followers on the IG. And she's 24. She's one of the youngest DJs to crack the mic in the in the market and everything. Sway Calloway, 23.
That's a little disrespectful.
That's a little disrespectful.
But okay.
Nah, dog. I'm sorry. You can't put Sway at 23. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Sway is too impactful. Sway don't gotta do nothing else in hip hop. Yo, nah. You can't do that to Sway. 22, Nardwar. I'll give him up. I'll give him there. He's pretty dope. Yeah. Nardwar, yeah.
Oh my God.
I give him his props.
This is all lives matter hip hop media.
21, Anthony Fantano. I fuck with
Anthony. Who is that?
White boy. You never seen Anthony Fantano? He be doing music reviews on YouTube.
This is all lives matter.
See, you call all like, and I'm not saying you're not, because I know we literally are basically in the same algorithm. But like, I really be on like everybody we named so far. I know.
I only heard one really media platform in that whole list so far, and that's Sway. Out of all the people you named thus far, you on 21.
Anthony Fantano.
He does in-depth reviews. He's not impactful to no type of hip hop culture.
Yes, he is. On YouTube Media, bro, he does album reviews and he be.
Okay, let me see who else on the list.
Okay.
Maybe
20.
Maybe he fit by grace of God.
Nadeska, Alexis.
Nadeska?
Yes. No.
Wait, she's still on the air?
Everyday Struggle, Nadeska.
Okay, yeah, she good to go. She got a deal at Apple Music. She pretty good.
Man, but she's not influential.
She doesn't do it some hot stars, bro.
Listen, media companies put her in position to have conversations with these stars.
And she done did her thing on Everyday Struggle too. I can't shit on Nadeska. She did her thing.
I'm going to shit on Nadeska. I'm not going to shit on her, but to me, to be on this list, you as a personality have to be gripping and captivating enough where people want to know what you think, and you have your own platform, and we want to see your perspective on things. Not you're hired by some white company because you're the safe Negro, and we're going to place you in position to do interviews with prominent artists because they need exposure, and you're just the face for the company. I can't give Nadeska that props because I don't think anybody is looking to see what Nadeska thinks on anything. It's not a disrespect to her as a person, but her to be on this list, you're on a list corporation affiliated, not to mention that you did work for Complex. So they're going to put you on that list ahead of niggas. Like, you shouldn't be ahead of Anthony Fantano at all. Because people come to see Anthony Fantano, the white guy, we want to know what he thinks about hip-hop music. And we want to know what he thinks about music in general. We want to know his opinion.
But that's what makes you
impactful.
Media, though, because you don't know what Sway think.
Yeah, we do. Sway in the Morning. That's what it's called. Nardwar. A lot of these things that we named, the people we named.
Nardwar's a joke.
You say he's a joke, but people still come for him. His show is him.
Nadeska got her own show.
Nadeska, let me see what you. Nadeska, the
She got a
Nadeska
big
show,
show.
R&B radio, now rap life review. We don't even know where to find that.
She got a bigger show than that on Apple Music.
We ain't watching that. We don't know where to find that shit. Bro, listen, nobody's watching any type of rap content on Apple Music.
Now the people you just named, bro, her and Sway, I would check their box. The other people, I would not check their box.
Adam 22, 19.
He kind of low.
He kind of low. He kind of low.
Yeah, I checked that box. He'll be alright.
Okay, 18, Big Boy.
Big boy. That's respectable.
Yeah,
That's
big. I will move him up.
It depends who else on there.
Yeah.
Some people surprising me. Some people I didn't think about.
Jinx? Are
Who
you
that?
serious?
Who
The
that?
nigga who used to be on State of the Culture with Joe Budden. Jinx.
Oh yeah, that nigga shouldn't be on the list at all.
What? But that's what I'm saying. Complex putting the niggas that work with them on the list. That's why the Rap Caviar podcast. See, my problem is this. Dog, a lot of these
Show that
niggas.
nigga on the camera. You can show it through your phone.
Okay, this is my problem with niggas like Jinx,
17.
Nadeska. Some of these people is like this, dog. Like, you were a nobody until these hip hop platforms hired you to be the voice or the black face of hip hop commentary. Nobody cares about you in general. You are just sitting in a corporation that gets a lot of views. You're not the personality. You're just the face for the corporation to be able to talk about hip hop. So you don't have the Jinx show. You have Rap Caviar. Like, when people have to throw a name over your name, you can't tell me how influential you are when we're not even coming for you. Basically, the Rap Caviar podcast, we could take Jinx off and put me and J Doug, and now me and J Doug at 17.
The thing about it is though, because he ain't gonna, if he come on the camera right now by himself, I guarantee he will have more people in his live chat than you. I guarantee that.
What's that?
I said if he was to go live by himself right now, you would have more people in your live chat than he would.
I'll say like this: people like Jinx, and I'm not like
But
dissing.
the industry though, you can't.
It's industry, but it's like this: people like that, and I'm not really shitting on this. Is my perspective. A lot of people like that may get views or may get more attention because the people who are giving them attention feel like Jinx has access to get them somewhere where they can't go. You see what I'm saying?
Well, he do. He got access to get them the next job.
That's what I'm saying.
People looking for the next job. So yes, you want to put Jinx on the list because guess what? When Complex fire me, I can get a job at Rap Caviar. You know how niggas. You know how motherfuckers be.
Right, 16. This is disgusting.
Who?
This is disgusting. And the only reason I'm not too mad about it because he should probably be over Jinx and Nadeska, but he shouldn't be over Big Boy and Sway.
Let me see what we talking about.
Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, Peter Rosenberg shouldn't be on the list at all. He not the top nothing.
Being an unapologetic rap nerd and a real lover of hip hop. Like, dog, what?
I tell you, this list all knives mattered up. I can name some hot YouTubers.
Yo, watch. Listen, I ain't seen Star name on here yet, and I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and find the clip where Joe's like, "Where's Star on this list?" If you gonna put all these bozos on there, like Funk Flex 15.
Funk Flex.
He should be higher, but as long as he's higher than Rosenberg, shouldn't be sitting next to Funk Flex on the hip hop list.
Yeah, you right about that.
That's my problem.
That was a crowbar.
Don't fucking. Listen, and I'm not even like I rock with Flex.
That's like Flex turd.
Thank you. Don't ever sit that man near Flex.
Hip hop nerd.
Don't ever sit that man near Flex.
You a hip hop turd, nigga. You get shitted on and shitted out.
This list is triggering. Angela Yee 14.
I salute Angela Yee.
Yeah,
she put work in.
Yeah. I like this so far. I ain't got nothing to say. Salute Angela Yee. My sister does her makeup. Her and my sister go. I met Angela Yee like 2-3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really cool. Very sweet lady. Very sweet.
She seems sweet. I ain't got nothing bad to say.
I will never have nothing bad to say about
Angela Yee.
Angela
Put her work in.
And I always thank her because she comes to the city. So she, you know what I'm saying? She be in Jacksonville. You know, she pop in, pop out. Ebro 13. I don't got a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that. Not my taste, but I got a problem with that.
Angie Martinez at 12. That's cool.
Okay.
She put in work.
Legendary, but
yeah.
She shouldn't be higher than Sway. She will have a more.
Nah, she could be. She could be.
Or she will have more successful show than Big Boy. and she don't have a more successful show.
She shouldn't be that higher than them and Funk Flex. They should all like. I
they
feel
all
like
get legacy card because they like forced on us, like.
But they put in the
just here
work.
because Hot 97 on fire.
But not only that, Big Boy, Sway, Funk Flex, Angie Martinez, they are the first. They're the ones who started this hip hop shit. They're the ones who came into the game. So and they dedicate their whole lives to it. I'm not gonna kick you out. If anything, like bro, for Sway to be, what was Sway, like 23? Sway should be sitting. Sway should have Ebro's spot.
Is Sean Cotton on the list?
We haven't went down yet.
Okay.
But Sway should not be. Listen, Jinx and Nadeska and Rosenberg shouldn't even be on this list, and they shouldn't be past Sway.
You know that white guy you said that was number 21? What was his name?
Anthony Fontana?
Yeah. My boy who exposed Boston Richie should be ahead of him.
No.
Yes.
No, because 1090 Jake just came out and started doing it. But 1090 Jake just started doing this. Anthony Fontana's been doing this shit for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
That
like,
don't matter. That don't mean you influential.
Bro, just because you went viral one time with a Boston Richie story don't mean you gotta be on this list.
Oh man. Alright.
11, Jason Lee. I ain't got a problem with that. Jason Lee be out here. Jason Lee be out here.
I don't want to hip hop though.
Yeah. On top of the fact, I'm gonna give Jason Lee. I'm always gonna give Jason Lee some props because I've had personal conversations with Jason Lee, and Jason Lee's put me in certain partnership programs with Facebook and Instagram to try to get like sponsorships and like kind of like grants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put Jason on here because not only does Jason Lee get out in the field and does his stuff for his own podcast, Jason Lee is one of the biggest advocates for up and coming and upstart podcasters and media personalities. Like Jason Lee is very accessible. You might have to drop a bag to get in the same room, have a conversation with him. Mm-hmm. But he is probably the most easily accessible media personality out of everybody on this list. Like Jason Lee, I've had about like 2 conversations with Jason Lee just on some business shit. Like this is what you do. This is how you set it up.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say hip hop.
Jason Lee co-signed us on Clubhouse.
Okay.
Multiple times he came in the room, chopped with Don Perez. He told us about certain things he can do. He told us how he likes the way we do. We started the show off with music. He's critiqued content that I've done before and I've been a part of. And like I said, Jason Lee, I will never have a bad word to say about Jason Lee because my personal experience with Jason Lee, he's done way more than enough. Just to get, and he like the type of information he gave me, like you'll have to pay for it.
I'm gonna give my list after this, but go ahead.
Now we're in the top 10. Mav Hoffa, number 10. I like that.
That's a little early.
It's a little early, but he got momentum.
A little early.
But I wouldn't put him ahead of Jason Lee.
Sway.
I wouldn't put him ahead of Angie Martinez. I wouldn't put him ahead of Ebro. I wouldn't put him ahead of Angela Yee. Funk Flex. I'll put you around Funk Flex, Rosenberg. I'll put you around 15 cents.
I'll put you right before Rosenberg.
I can't put you in the top 10 yet.
Nah.
Not saying you're not top 10.
Not off 1 year, good podcast.
Yeah. Now you're trending in the top 10, but are you top 10 in totality? I can't say that. Number 9.
You got too many niggas in the room. Like, what are you really doing? But all right.
You ready for number 9?
Yes.
Lord Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, off the top.
Vlad should be top 5. Y'all need to stop playing.
Vlad
Vlad could be number 1 on y'all niggas.
That's the only interview y'all niggas dying for.
Yo. Hey, listen. Vlad, low key. The only reason I didn't put him number 1 on this list because y'all knew what was gonna happen if Vlad went number 1 on this list.
Man, y'all niggas going.
Y'all would have. Hey, listen. If y'all would have put Vlad number 1 on this list would have went a lot more viral and it would have been way more content.
Yeah, but I think.
But for the integrity of the list, you put him at a fair place 9, and I may be arguing because I don't know who's ahead of him, but I feel like Vlad, to me, there's no reason why Vlad ain't in the top 5, if not top 3.
I think Vlad will be in the top 5, but he don't have that young nigga audience.
I think he do because of all the upstart rappers.
The upstart rappers, the main rappers don't go to his platform and do interviews.
I would put Vlad.
I feel like the young niggas go to say cheese.
Yeah.
Young niggas ain't going to Vlad.
I would put Vlad, to me, he's in the top 3 to top 5. Vlad ain't number 9. Vlad ain't number 9.
Or like
Impact, hip hop media outlets.
Relevancy.
Vlad is in the top 3 to top 5. You really ain't
Like this. Who you got the chance to blow up on more quicker, Vlad TV or like Jason Lee or sit with Mal Hoffa? You gonna blow up if you
On
get
Vlad.
Vlad.
Vlad TV, I don't honestly to keep it a buck. Vlad is number one, but niggas don't want to give the white man the number one spot in hip hop. But Vlad is number
like
one.
a launching pad for your career.
That
You can't launch your
totality
career
of work.
off of Joe Budden.
And totality work. Who's putting in more? Who has been putting in more work consistently than Vlad?
But his platform is the biggest, but is his personality the biggest?
It's up there because he does the interviews and he asks the police ask questions.
I do like the way he asks questions.
That's what I'm saying. He the police. Come on, man. Vlad, put some respect on Vlad's name, dog.
Vlad, why he'll be alright.
Let's not be too pro black to not give white man his credit. Number 8, Elliott Wilson.
Man,
Yeah, I'm not putting Elliott Wilson over Vlad.
Elliott Wilson should be number 25.
How much money you paid Elliott to get on this list, bro?
Elliott Wilson should be number 25.
Elliott should be sitting there with Jigs and the Deska.
But this is the thing about it though. Elliott Wilson, he gotta be there because that's who Drake gonna go talk to. That's who Jay-Z gonna go talk to.
That's why his most memorable moments.
Jay-Z ain't talking
and
to
Drake.
none of them niggas.
So yeah. So you got enough influence.
NBA young boy sit down and talk to. So they're like, yo, that's the only person that people gonna feel safe talking to. That
okay, so you're saying Elliott's number 8 because, regardless of what you think,
he has safest nigga ever.
He has the top shelf interviews.
Yes.
Okay.
He kissed your ass just right. Everybody. I barely felt it. Elliott kissing my ass, but he haven't.
Okay, so you ready for 7?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't even want to read this list anymore. I'm done. I am done with this list.
Bro, the list don't make sense.
No, you thought listening makes sense now. You might, bro. If I tell you number 7, you might cut off. You might cut this whole thing off at number 7.
I ain't heard the people. I got 5 people I know that's way five times more impactful.
You wanna know who's on? You wanna know who's 7 on the list?
Who?
Carisha.
Oh yeah, this list trash.
How the fuck is Carisha number 7?
Media.
She's not a media bro. She got 5 episodes of a show. You know what?
Revolt money.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Revolt paying for these people to get on.
Not only that, what's gonna happen to Carisha is this. Like her being in BMF and being a bad actor, or her getting all these access to interviews and this. She's building up resentment in this field from her peers that see that she's getting pushed ahead of them based off of her relationship with Diddy over her actual talent and professionalism. And the minute Diddy ain't, pushing her train or, there's a chink in the armor, they're gonna swallow her whole. They're gonna spin a block on her because of course niggas gonna be silent now because Diddy paying that bag. But just like how she won Best Podcast with Drink Champs.
That's why I said that's a paid slot.
That's what I'm saying. You get these paid slots, cool. But the minute your train stops, niggas gonna bury you because it's disrespectful and it makes this whole list look invalid when you put Carisha this high.
I'm gonna count that as a sponsorship though.
Same here. Bringing smoke to musical and celebrity guests on her Revolt TV show. Bringing the smoke doesn't put you at 7. Okay, number 6, Kai Cenat.
Who?
From Twitch. Kai Cenat, you know Kai?
Oh yeah, young nigga.
Yeah, I'll put him there. Yeah, He's doing his thing.
Yeah, young niggas. I'm not in that world.
Yeah, he's 21. Yeah, he's doing his thing.
I see he popping though.
Yeah, salute to Kai. Number 5, Nori.
Okay, I respect. You work really well there.
For sure. Number 4, Gillian Wallow. Yeah. Because we already know what the top 3, so you can put Gillian Wallow number 4. We already know what the top 3 is. I'm gonna tell you the top 3, and we nope. Because we already had Yee, so Yee, the top 3, right? Mm-hmm. We only got 3 names left. Do you want to tell the audience 3 names?
Charlemagne.
1.
Joe Budden.
2.
DJ Academics.
3. All right.
They didn't put DJ Envy. Oh, that's why he didn't make the list at all.
Right.
I would have put DJ Envy before that little girl.
Yeah,
that is, and for Carisha definitely.
Yeah. Gillian Wallow at 4, I like that. Gillian Wallow's been putting in their work. I know we talked about him yesterday, and I said some things about Gilly,
bullshit,
which I still feel Gilly disappointed the black community yet again. And salute to Wallow. Wallow, I feel like Wallow is what's good about the black community. Wallow is a national treasure to the black community, and Wallow, salute to Wallow, man. And Wallow's somebody else that I study in podcasting. Like, it's Joe Budden, Wallow, Ack. It's certain people that I study. Wallow, when he talks about merchandising, when he talks about setting the business up of podcasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wallow's one of the best people you can listen to, and Wallow's somebody else who's very accessible if you want to reach out. Number 3, Charlemagne the God. I have zero problem with that. Charlemagne has laid the blueprint and foundation for this shit. Charlemagne, to me, is just as influential as Joe Budden as far as inspiring young black men to get into, broadcasting and podcasting and into the media game. Charlemagne was one of the few in his time before the explosion of, black media, who made it look cool, who gave you a feeling like, okay, I don't have to be safe and cookie cutter. I can actually be with the bullshit and actually get on. Kind of like, in a way, Charlemagne, he will never say it, but I feel like he's also somebody who watched niggas like Star and patterned his game after, as far as being salacious and, really.
Of course.
Yeah, right. So and it's funny because honestly, that's why Star should be on this list, because really the top 3 will be the top 4, really the top 5, NahRight. Bro, the top 5 people on this list would tell you they wouldn't be where they at if it wasn't for Star and being the blueprint on how they give it up on camera.
I can name 5 people that's on the list that did make the list that definitely should have been there 10 times on that platform.
And I just want to know why.
SHAWN
Cotton, of course.
Charleston White should have made the list. DJ Envy should have made the list. Star should have made.
How you got the 3 Star babies as 1, 2, and 3, but no Star? That's like saying, yo, top shooting guards all time: Kobe, AI, and D Wade. Where's Michael Jordan?
And I feel like Rory Maul should have made the list.
Rory Maul definitely should have.
Before Chinks, before stupid Rosenberg.
I don't know.
Made the list, bro.
I can't put them. I can't put them on the list.
Tour, bro.
I can't put them on a list like that, man. I'm sorry.
I'm
not even hating, but their numbers don't reflect.
Just their number do.
Compared to some of the people who are on the list, they kind of don't. And the people that made them, that you think that, okay, Rory Maul may have bigger names, but this is a problem. People like Nadesk and Jinx, they're on bigger platforms, so they're on the list. Now, if Rory was working with Apple Music or some shit, Rory would be on that list. If Maul was working on one of these, if he had the Rockefeller podcast,
the Spotify deal.
See, that's what Maul's problem is. Maul should have been did a Rockefeller podcast and just had everybody from The Rock and niggas from Rock Nation on it. That's where Maul dropped his bag. But yeah, Charlemagne number 3. Salute him. I should put him there. Number 2, Academics.
I put Academics before Joe. For like overall media platform. Like I said, Academics can launch a rap career. Joe Budden can't launch your rap career with the audience that he got. He got an intimate audience that he built that's really like tailored to him and tailored for him, that he curated over like a 10-year period. But DJ Academic can launch a whole rap career off his platform. He did it with 6ix9ine.
Right.
He did it with who else? He launched.
But my thing is this though.
Trippie Redd, all them niggas.
Right.
I think.
But this is the thing about it, right? With Ack, the reason why he's number 2 is because, yeah, he can launch certain people's careers, but at the same time, Academics. With Elliott Wilson, right? How Elliott Wilson can get the Drake and Jay-Z interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ack doesn't want, nor is he gonna get. And in a certain place where like Academics can't stand next to certain people because it's gonna make other people, it's gonna like bring their value down. Like him and Drake, like Drake ain't gonna give an Ack sit down interview, even though he should, because niggas gonna be like, ew, why is Drake sitting next to Ack? See what I'm saying? Versus Drake sitting next to NahRight, Drake sitting next to Charlemagne, Drake sitting next to Joe Budden, where it'll be taken more serious journalistically than if you would do an interview with a academic. Academic still has a stigma around him because he doesn't give a fuck to be liked. And despite that, he's still number 2. I don't have a problem. He's just polarizing and a lot of the common people who not in the hip hop culture don't appreciate Act and just talk crazy about Act. Joe Budden got to be number one. Joe Budden really is the Michael Jordan of hip hop media. I mean, people like Act, but people praise Joe. Act is like, we appreciate what you do. Joe is like, we wouldn't do this. We wouldn't be doing this without you.
By them not having Say Cheese, Charleston White, Star Report, by those 3 shows not being on there, your list is invalid. YouTube is the only thing count. I can look up half of those people YouTube names on YouTube. They probably don't even got 1,000 subscribers. Nobody know these people. And yeah, that's what it is.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the 58-minute clip on episode 615 on Joe Budden podcast because Queen's Flip mentioned Star not being on that complex list. So episode 615, and we're gonna play that audio because you know.
You can play that whole thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it improperly. The one they just dropped, they got a baddie up on there. Hold on, Joe Budden TV. Videos.
Salute to Joe, man.
Podcast. Full episode, 615.
Yeah, the list should have been voted on and names should have been submitted. And we gotta stop doing stuff the all lives matter way. See, we can't have it both ways. We can't say, yo, we don't want both of the winning teams to go to the White House, but then we just can make up a bullshit list that just don't make no sense. And just put that out there like it's true and just talk people in there just because.
I gotta find it because apparently, I guess it's either dropped on the Patreon or maybe it's dropped on SoundCloud 615. Nah, salute to Avo. Avo sent me that shit like 8 in the morning.
Oh, you don't got a clip he sent you?
Nah, he didn't send me a clip. He just said he just sent me the minute mark.
Oh.
So right now I'm going, I don't think episode 615, unless you got the Patreon, it hasn't even dropped yet. So, but when it does drop, we will be coming right back here to cover. Actually, 615 right here. At 58. And they can hear me?
Turn it up a little more.
Congratulations on everything. If you need Flip or myself or anyone here, feel free to reach out. Been the #1 wrestling podcast for a few years now. And we're real big in the sport. They got me WrestleMania. Oh, Wale Mania. You do an event. We too can customize that way here at the Joe Budden podcast. We can do Flipomania, Isomania, any of these manias. Yeah, we're all manias. Are negotiable. We're all manias.
That's not the baller in me though.
Get it off your shoulder.
Not
See his
wrestling,
weight
not
shoulder.
about
Hulk Hogan has no equity in this.
No, something bothers me.
Oh.
Not about wrestling though.
Oh.
I got an issue. Complex, I love y'all. Shout out to my man. #1, he deserves it.
I always gotta say you love white people.
But the fact that remains that I have a problem that Star is not on that list. Huh? What? Yeah.
Well, wait. What are the sliders?
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
But one of the sliders, they actually specify. They say we're speaking right now. This is
That nigga has Star Chamber right now. He's dominating on YouTube. Star deserves to be on that list.
Okay.
Period. I don't give a fuck what happened at Complex when they went up there after Joe. I don't care about that.
Nelly.
Stop. Star's the man.
I'm playing a song about my position.
So of course,
I'm not even acknowledging what you said. Four Star is my man and the OG of mine, an inspiration and a legend and all of that.
Guy.
But I wasn't talking about that.
I know you wasn't trying to. I said, don't leave me on the hill. Like when I look for you, you gotta pull my shirt.
Okay. No.
Pull off the fucking hill.
I always want great things for Star. But I mean, what it looked like from the list was, well, I can't say that because of my place on the list. But I was about to say, depending on their relationship with you up there, we got to see what's. I don't know how Star used to work there.
He did.
So I don't know how he left. He ain't leave like I left.
No, but
I need to know if Star left better or worse than I left, and I'll be able to
he
assess
put how
this.
much he made. He put the emails up on his channel. How much he
But
made.
I don't think there should be a media list ever without stars. By the way,
And black media especially.
that's a fact for me. Star and Whitney Williams are automatic goals for me. Insert.
Shout out to you.
But it's about number one right now. Don't talk about your friends no more. I got you.
No, but let's salute the Flip. At least he represented, and
Because Flip is like me, like Joe, like Charlemagne, like Act. We're all stars, kids, and you got us effed up if you trying to acknowledge any one of us and you ain't acknowledged Star first. Don't give me no props, don't give me no credit. If you ain't acknowledging Pops over here, don't give me no acknowledgement and F your list.
F your list.
F your list.